I made a rather interesting discovery on this transmission today. I didn't bother to record the disassembly of this rear section because I've already shown it on the original Red 124 transmission. That showed in detail how to disassemble this area. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. It's really not that exciting or difficult to get to this stage. So the planetary gear sets are removed as well, and that's one of the seals that I'll have to replace. And I discovered that rear band is also brand new, which made me discover, hang on a second, this transmission really has been rebuilt at some time. And then seeing Ray Bestos on the front steel in the K2 clutch proves it. This transmission has had a full rebuild. Unfortunately, they didn't remove the factory rivets and install screws like you're supposed to do, so that original O-ring is in there. But the fact of the matter is it works, and I can't really be bothered drilling that out and tapping screws into it. All of the rubbers so far have been okay, so screw it, I'm going to leave it. And I did look at all of these Ray Bestos steels, none of them are burnt up. Interestingly, they did combine them with genuine MB frictions, so they didn't use Ray Bestos brand frictions. It's genuine MB with Ray Bestos steels. And then I went ahead and disassembled the piston return spring retainer. It's pretty much the same as K1. You just press that down, the retainer, and manipulate that retaining snap ring off, and then you can just withdraw the whole assembly. You can see that that is compressed at the moment, and there's the snap ring. I just needed to fish that out. And I used 2 screwdrivers. It really wasn't that difficult. So that's the snap ring removed, and the retaining plate just lifts off. And once again, there is a strange number of springs in there. My OCD is absolutely not happy with that arrangement. I had to rearrange that into 3 even sets of springs when assembling, because that's just not going to fly. So with those springs removed, you can go ahead and remove the piston. And that just pulls out. Easier said than done with one hand, but I'm used to doing things with one hand, so it's all good. And that's just a O-ring type seal on the outside, and it's a lip seal on the inside. And that lip seal has lost quite a bit of elasticity. So I did the right thing by changing it. There is an O-ring hiding underneath that bottom housing there with the rivets in it. But given that it doesn't leak, and I don't have a suitable die, I'm not going to bother threading it. So they're the 2 seals that have been replaced, and I've rearranged the springs for reinstallation of that carrier. And once again, I compressed it and snapped that snap ring into place. The only half-assed thing here is that I did not change that O-ring, but as I said, I don't want to because I don't have the tap and die set. And I don't really feel like driving to the hardware store. but it's a working transmission. I'm just doing a bit of maintenance. And I get the feeling that I'm wasting my time here because this has been rebuilt. It looks like everything has been changed anyway. But yeah, all of the seals that I have access to, I'm just going to change. Realistically, I probably just needed to reseal that staked in pin. But screw it, I'll do everything I can.